We're gonna do Espeon now, which is really good. So Espeon, similar to Sylveon, but like different, has different specifics. So boosted attack, every third attack has EV, and then when you evolve, it becomes a boosted attack when you evolve, and whenever a set amount of time passes, you fire a beam in front of the user. The beam deals increased damage to opposing Pokemon. It hits and decreases their movement speed. So basically it's on a timer. Like instead of every 3 basic attacks, it's just after a certain amount of time, you get an extra powered attack. Decreases their movement speed, which is good, right? And then we want to look at ability. So anticipation, and your Pokemon would be affected by a hindrance. The hindrance is negated, and the Pokemon becomes immune to hindrances for a short time. This ability goes on cooldown after triggered. And then Magic Bounce. When it would be affected by a hindrance, it is negated. Pokemon becomes immune to hindrances for a short time. At the same time, the ability deals damage to the opposing Pokemon that attempted to inflict the hindrance and decreases the movement speed of that Pokemon for some time. So very slow and CC oriented, like right off the bat, right? Swift, shoots star-shaped rays at opposing Pokemon dealing damage. And then you can do Psyshock or Stored Power. We're going to do Stored Power because there's a really nice like 1-2 combo with our other move. Psyshock is materialize psychic projectiles and you hurl them at a designated location, dealing damage hit by the projectiles and decreasing their movement speed. If an opposing Pokemon is hit by all projectiles, it is stunned, left unable to act. Stored Power though. You unleash a blast of psychic power at a random Pokemon in the area of effect. You deal damage to them and decreasing their movement speed for a short time. So it sounds a little wild because like, oh, it's a random Pokemon. There's a way to force it to be what you want to be your target. The user stores 1 blast of psychic power whenever a set amount of time passes or after the user hits an opposing Pokemon with a boosted basic attack. Up to 5 blasts of psychic power can be stored at once. After this move is used, the user's movement speed increases for a short time. Also deals additional damage to opposing Pokemon with low percentage remaining HP on the upgrade. So the next move, it starts out as Growl. Designated Pokemon gets hit by Growl, dealing damage and decreasing movement speed. And then Psybeam is cool. Fires a ray at the designated direction. If it hits an opposing Pokemon, it will then split beyond the first and hit and deal damage to others in range. So it splits and it deals more damage the higher max HP of the first Pokemon hit. So basically you hit a Pokemon and then there's like an AoE behind him kinda. Furthermore, the first Pokemon hit by the ray is its movement speed decreased or is unable to act. The same effects will be applied to the Pokemon hit by the rays, right? So you can like you can basically multi-stack and like send out slows and stuns. Additional damage to opposing Pokemon that are unable to act. So if it's stunned, then you do this, then you do like a big burst damage on it. If it splits beyond its initial target, its split rays will also deal additional damage that are hit and leave them unable to act, right? So some Future Sight though. Has the user lock onto an opposing Pokemon, then deal damage a few seconds later to the opposing Pokemon in an area of effect centered on the locked on Pokemon. More damage is dealt the lower the Pokemon's HP is. So it's like an execute move, which is good. So the lower they are, the easier it is to try to like take them out. While the user is locked onto an opposing Pokemon, its other moves will target that Pokemon whenever possible. Each time one of these moves deals damage, Future Sight's cooldown is reduced. So basically, it says if you apply Future Sight, you put a bubble on them, it'll pop into damage over time, pop into a burst. But it also makes it so Stored Power will hit whatever you put Future Sight on. So you do like Future Sight, Stored Power, and then you just burst them down like crazy. So while the user is locked on to opposing Pokemon, they'll target whenever possible, which is what we just talked about. So if the locked on Pokemon is on the opposing team and is knocked out by the user before the area of effect damage is dealt, a single power up use of Psyshock or Stored Power becomes available for a short time. Whenever Psyshock is powered up, it hurls stronger projectiles at the location, making an explosion and dealing damage in the area of effect. When Stored Power is powered up, unleashes an increased number of Psychic Power Blasts and restores the user's HP when you're hit. So you Future Sight, and then you Stored Power, and you focus the damage and you heal. the user deals damage to the opposing Pokemon that Espeon's future sight is locked on. So yeah, so then it's a buff. All right. Psychic Solaire. As the user, throw opposing Pokemon in the area into the air and suspend them with psychic power. So big damage, knock up, and then a stun. After a delay, an explosion occurs that deals damage to opposing Pokemon in the area effect and shoves them. So just like a huge CC move, right? Just lock down a whole enemy team for a whole fight. So with that, we want to do choice specs because the extra damage, right? When you use a move, the higher your special attack, the more additional damage is increased, right? Then we want to do Shell Bell. When the Pokemon hits with a move, you recover HP, and then the higher special attack, the more HP. And then we just want to do the Assault Vest because it will nullify another special attack, and it gives us some special attack resist, so special defense, right? Overall, like, pretty good kit. You can probably switch it up a little bit, you know, change the Assault Vest for something else that you feel like, either something at least with really high HP, or something that has HP and regular defense or special defense, right? And then when you want to use your Pokemon emblems, similar to most of our other like special attacker, like brawler builds, you just want to go for a lot of extra special attack. You want to go for white for extra HP, and then you want to go for blue for some defense, or like the other one is, I think, purple for special defense, but green is what gives you your special attack. And then we have lowered attack, which is okay. We're not doing tons of armor attack, and that's not a big hit to us. Increase our special attack. Special defense down. That's not too terrible. It's like 3 points when you have, like, you start out with like 80 or so. But let's go play a game, and we'll get it rolling on some Espeon. Alright, casual battle. Alright, so we're going to start... Let's take Growl, since Growl is slow, right? And that way, we get into a little fight early, Growl will help us chase down. We've got our Swift already. And the Swifts are always a bit different, depending on which evolution you play. I think that's really cool. So this Swift is cool because it'll start with like 5 on the outside, and then it will shoot them through your Pokemon, and then it will make the ones on the backside kind of fan out in a way. There we go. Yeah, let's get him. Let's freaking get him, dude. Let's go. Ooh, gotta go. Oh, dude, do they take 4 people down bottom? Alright. There we go. Oh, nope. Let me go. Yo, they're just being like ridiculous down here. Oh. Yeah, they're just like putting like 4 people down bottom here. I mean, top just like shredded them because of that. There we go. Sword power does its job, dude. Alright. Let's get him, let's get him, let's get him. There we go. Alright, so now we got our combo with Future Sight and everything else. So now we're gonna burst. And we did a good job of surviving there, especially against like really overwhelming odds. And they're trying to attack. Oh, they were. I guess they got KO'd by me. So we'll sit here and we'll take Dreadnought real quick. Right. Really good. Now we're gaining. Alright, cool. So it's our ally. Dreadnought. There we go. Espeon's really fun. Oh, I did not mean to use my ult. Dang it. Oh. There we go. Keep shooting, dude. There we go, dude. Hey, Duncan. And that's a nice little strategy. Just use up your opponent's berries when you need to or you can, because it will help reduce their ability to stay in a fight. And yeah, we're good, we're good, we're good. So doing the 1-2 combo is good. Ooh, get out of here. Staying alive, staying alive. Cool. And just the amount of extra damage. There we go. Pop the lead. Alright, cool. To pull down. That was tough. See, and then the health regen we get from using our abilities, the fact we can like target them and then we do a combo on them, that's really, really, really solid. It's really, really solid. So let's see. We can stun them. There we go, dude. Pop them. So a lot of really nice options, right? And look, they try to use a hindrance on me, and so I got my little defensive shield. That feels nice. All right, let me see if I can go get Dreadnought again real quick. And we all set. Cool. So the enemy team right now is they're doing a good job of like just always being on top of each other, which is cool. At least they're playing competitively, which is nice. Ah, okay. So we want to. There we go. And get that back. Yeah. Really sweet here. And then we just target them for stuff. There we go, dude. And it's like the stored power is always a short hit, so it just like targets someone and it does like instant damage and focuses them. And the fact that we can use our future sight to like focus where we put our stored power is really good. So right, like we can do this and then we jump up here. And this reminds us jumping down, so then we can come back and we help them out. Right. Go. Alright, Gengar's being mean to our buddy. Alright, so let's see. Alright, we're in a pretty good lead. So we took both bottom lanes, both top lanes. Oop, can't see. Let's mess them up. Yeah, see, now we're just doing a really good burst damage. And they can't really, like, defend against it, which is really good. Alright, so there's a Gengar. Let's see if we can take on Gengar. Oh, actually, team fight. We can take on the team fight and knock him down, then we'll be in a pretty good spot. Oh, that was kind of rough. A little bit rough. Alright, because we want to take that Zapdos. Yeah, guys, get messed up. See, that CC just like won that little fight there, and then let us get this double kill. Alright, and then now we can go for Zapdos. We want to take out their dude right here. Ooh. Ooh, I got taken out. Alright, good team fight. We clean it up, and then we should be able to get Zapdos from there. Right? So that's really good. Hell yeah. Good job, good job. What's my current rank? Oh, I posted the link. Let me see if... There we go. That should be the Discord link right there. Posted a little higher. Okay. Current rank, I think I'm Veteran 5. Like, I want to do more ranked. Oh, damn, okay. So they took the Zapdos, so we really want to see if we can try to defend. Just because, like, we don't want to lose our lead. Oh, shit. This is like a team fight. Cool, I might be taken out. Good team fight, KO. Yeah, there we go. Alright, save the goal. There we go. Sweet. Good fight. Like, good team fight. Let's see if we can go score points real quick. Maybe not, but... Yeah, we may not even, like, reach the goal in 15 seconds. Oh, especially not with Ooh, buddy. Oh, we can do it. Alright, that counted. Alright, the points went in. Yo! Dude, those last points we scored, I think those very last points we scored got us that win, dude. Sweet. Really good group from all of them. Let's see here. Good job to the whole team, enemy team too. And good job. So let's hit next.